Walking across the border, sometimes hitching lifts on tractors and trailers, getting to this transit camp. These people are queuing up to get inside the camp, while around the other side of the camp, people who've been here for a couple of days.
In Libya, people smuggling is a low-risk, high-profit business. Rubber boats from China are cheap and quickly inflated. The safety of the paying cargo is incidental.
Some are waiting for transportation to the mainland, others to receive their refugee paperwork.
Byron, good evening to you from the port on the beautiful Greek island of Lesbos. Normally this place would be filled with high-end tourists, but tonight it is packed with refugees. We were right there today as refugees finished a perilous leg on their journey to freedom.
So why did I join Green Refugees? I joined Green Refugees because I believe that it is important as a global citizen to play a role in shaping the future of the world through the little means I can.
I joined Green Refugees because I see it as a new solution to an old and tried problem. So the refugee crisis has been something that's very impactful to me. We've seen it just crippling the lives of so many innocent people, and that's what has really affected me. It's the fact that these people who are driven out of their homeland they're not criminals, they're not felons, they're not terrorists. These are real people. These are people just like me who are working, who are often educated, who are just forced out of their homeland due to governmental factors.
So Nigel came up to me like a month ago and he had this idea, which was to do a project with him and Dr. Sharon Diab, the Green Refugees Project. So essentially what we're doing is we're working to construct and maintain a sustainable refugee camp in Greece. And what really prompted me to join was just the uniqueness of the idea, but its universal applicability.
And I joined Green Refugees by Facebook, actually, interestingly enough. I was messaging the group of Greek volunteers for the refugees, and Dr. Shaden messaged me back and said that she was in need of some assistance, and from there I became their junior ambassador.
So Green Refugees has a program that installs solar panels in our refugee camps that recycles garbage and sells it. What this does is it allows our refugees to become self-dependent, and not only self-dependent but functioning entities in the local communities. So now refugees are not simply seen as people who are refugees in their town. They're now a part of the town. They're no longer outcasts, they are people in their own town.
What we do as junior ambassadors is to advocate, to volunteer, and to do our best from wherever we are in the world to raise awareness and make the lives of these refugees better.
So I really joined Green Refugees because I think it's really going to create change. And Green Refugees is seeing new solutions to problems that are very old. And the refugee crisis is exactly that. So I hope through Green Refugees we can realize that change.
So it is a new idea to build a sustainable refugee camp. We normally think of refugee camps as being very temporary, very poorly constructed, lacking in resources, lacking in funding, and all that. And while that is true, we should try to fix that as well. So what I saw in this project was a way to innovate something that already exists throughout the world. And it does exist, and it has to exist because of the political struggles we see.
And to me, the refugee crisis is a very important issue. It's a difficult one to discuss and to think about because so many people have lost their lives already, lost their homes, lost their families. Until this day, we've not been able to find a proper solution.